Hey, what's up, guys? It's Friday morning, and we're headed into a beautiful weather weekend here at the Jersey Shore. And this morning, I was planning my weekend out as I normally do, and I figured I'd share what I do to kind of plan my weekend so that I can have the maximum impact. It's not about doing as much as possible or packing as much as possible into a weekend. We all know that those weekends kind of leave us exhausted going into Monday morning and the following week. But it's about kind of having that balance and making sure that we are having an impact in those areas of our life and our business, our family, wherever it is that we want to have an impact. So I just want to share my tips with you, kind of my process with you. Not that it's very formal, but kind of how I'm being intentional with my time. And that's what it's all about, right? I don't want to head into the weekend with no plans and with no agenda and just kind of floating through. Weekends are super valuable, right? It's a time to spend time with family, friends, relax, recharge, get outside, get some exercise, take a little mental break, do some reflection, do some planning. And so weekends are super valuable. We want to go into the following week with, some level of energy and a good level of energy and being recharged and being inspired and being excited. So here's what I do. My goals for any weekend are I want to stick to my routines. I want to stick to my healthy morning routine. I want to do a little bit of work. I don't really work on the weekends per se. I'm not really in the office, but I do want to make sure that I'm continuing to put out content and touching base with people and reaching out to people, dropping some DMs and text messages, just kind of stoking the fire and making sure that momentum from Friday continues to kind of go into Monday. So I want to make sure that I'm hitting, time with family. I want to make sure that we have enough time with all of our commitments as far as sports and, dinners or other plans that we might have with friends. And I also want to spend some alone time. I need that introvert kind of alone time, whether it's just sitting around, whether it's reading a book, whether it's listening to a podcast, journaling, sitting out on the front porch, just having some coffee, whatever it is. I need that time. The weekends that are go, 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 which, we have a lot of, and I don't make time for myself, even if it's just like a half an hour a day. I just get really stressed out. Like, I need that. Not everyone needs that, but I do. It's being aware of making sure that we're hitting on those different things so that we can, enjoy our weekend. We can pour into those that are important to us, and then again go into the following week really energized. So what I do is we did this morning at breakfast as a family. We looked at our sports schedule. I know a lot of you have kids doing sports and events and activities and things like that. So our kids are big into travel soccer, travel baseball. So we usually have 3 or 4 games per weekend, right? So they might be home, they might be away, traveling a little bit here and there. So looking at those commitments as far as sports, activities, events with the kids, birthday parties, whatever it is, making sure that we are putting time in our calendar for our workouts. So I know when I'm working out, making sure that I have that time, making sure that I have time for my morning routine. I know it can be tempting, and I do it once in a while to sleep in and kind of catch up on sleep on the weekends. I totally get that. It's awesome. But I still crave having that morning time to myself, like that half an hour to hour in the morning where I am meditating, I'm going through my goals, I'm reading, I'm writing, I'm having some coffee, having some water, and just really getting primed for the day. So I still wake up, early on the weekends and make sure that I get that alone time in. To really prime myself for the day. The days where I do choose to sleep in and then, you kind of wake up and it's right into everything, family and everything, I tend to be a little bit anxious and stressed because I didn't kind of prime my day. So I'd rather sacrifice the 45 minutes of sleep, hour of sleep, and get my day set up the way I want to set it up, and so that I'm mentally ready to be present with whatever I need to and want to be present for. On the flip side of that, I know it's a little bit nerdy, but I also, plan or, try to get an idea of when I'll be going to bed, right? So if I know I need to wake up at 5:30 to get my workout in, my morning routine, because we have a 9 o'clock game, then I know I want to be in bed by 10. I want to plan that. I want to have that just kind of in my mind that I want to be asleep by 10 so I can get the proper amount of sleep, because, let's face it, weekends are a time where we can regenerate and rest a little bit. So I want to kind of plan that out. My wife is a night owl, so there's a little bit of give and take right there. I want to make sure that I'm spending time with her and the family, but also that, I'm getting my proper sleep so that I can be my best and have the biggest impact that I can. I also want to, I'm just looking down my notes here, not really schedule, but think about if there's opportunities during the weekend where I can spend some one-on-one time. So some one-on-one time with my son, one-on-one time with my daughter, one-on-one time with my wife. And it doesn't have to be this big, a dinner date or anything like that. It can be a 20-minute bike ride with my daughter around the neighborhood. It can be kicking a soccer ball in the front yard with Hunter, my son, for a half an hour. Just something as simple as that. With my wife, it might be taking a walk with the dog around the neighborhood for a half an hour, just catching up and talking one-on-one without the kids kind of chirping in the background. So thinking about being intentional about that one-on-one time that we get to spend with those that we love. Now I'm talking about people, back to workouts. One of the things I love to do on the weekends is plan some workouts with friends. So during the week, I pretty much work out on my own. I'm either running or working out in our garage gym. On the weekends, I like to throw it out there to some local buddies to see if they want to go for a run or do a garage workout or, do something else. That just, makes it fun. Catch up with friends. We get so busy, we can go months without catching up with friends just unintentionally. So I like to throw that out there like Thursday or Friday. And to me, that's one of the most fun things to do in life is to work out, get a good sweat with friends. If it's a run, catch up, have a good talk, that sort of thing. Mindful eating and drinking. Weekends are, it's very easy to kind of fall off if we're following like healthy eating habits or diet or, trying not to drink alcohol or whatever it is. It's easy to fall off on the weekends and want to, reward ourselves and kick back and relax. And trust me, I like to do that as well. My cousin Derek Gygas, who owns who's a nutritionist and a gym owner in Oklahoma City, Solid Rock Training, he always talks about winning your weekends, and you're never going to make improvements, gains, or lose weight if you're good during the week and then you fall off the wagon, the 2 days on the weekend. Like you're never going to make progress. You're always just, starting over on Monday, being good during the week, doing some damage on the weekends, and then starting over on Monday again. And I've been in cycles throughout my life, those types of cycles, and I totally know what he's talking about. So I like to focus on, I think of Derek, my cousin, I think of winning the weekend. So what are the meals we're going to have? Hey, we might have an indulgent meal out on Saturday night. So I want to make sure that I'm eating healthy, the other 7 meals of the weekend or whatever. Same thing with drinking. Like I don't really drink too much these days, but if there's events, I want to be mindful of that because it really affects me. Like I don't want to be, I don't want to feel like garbage the next day or feel like, a little sluggish or cloudy on Mondays. So like I'm thinking about that on Fridays and Saturdays and Sundays. If we enter, go into an event or go somewhere without a plan, we're just likely to just, follow what everyone else is doing. And I don't really like to do that because I have higher standards for myself. No offense to anyone else. I just like to, follow my own plan, my own standards, not just kind of do what everyone else is doing. So those are some things that I do to try to, make sure that I'm resting, recharging, I'm spending time with those people that I love, investing time with those people that I love and care about, that I'm getting my workouts in, I'm priming my day in the morning with that morning routine, eating well, eating healthy, taking care of myself, hydrating, getting outside. The other thing is making a list of things that might need to be done around the house, okay? For all the dads out there or, parents out there, you get it. So there's always these little things that you got to do. This weekend in particular, we're opening the pool. I've got some landscaping to catch up on because I've been traveling a ton and like things are kind of, I'm a little behind on that. That's how I go into the weekend to try to have the biggest, it's not all about having an impact, but it's about living intentionally, right? It's about being intentional with our time, being intentional with our activities, and making sure that we're, resting, recharging, and then going into Monday, just feeling that energy of wanting to attack the freaking week. And so that's what I got. So I'm curious to hear what you guys and girls do. If you got any tips, anything, any sort of, strategies, not to make it too formal, but anything that you kind of adhere to, just to be, a little bit more intentional with your time. So that's all I got. Wherever you are, whatever day it is, hope you have a great day, have a great weekend, and be intentional with your time.